Good evening, everybody. Tonia here from Australia. How are we this evening? Hope you're all doing really well. It's a lovely day here, a little bit overcast, so we're going into autumn here in Australia. So you can see I've got my jumper on, so it's a little bit cooler, but then they're still saying we're going to get some warm temperatures by the weekend. So we're enjoying the last of the good weather before the winter hits for us. So that's a lot of fun. We have a lot of changes in temperature here, which I'm sure you have over there as well. And I really like the variety personally. I love winter, love putting on jackets, and love getting out in nature. And the rain is something that I really resonate with. So I'm always outside regardless of if it's raining or a little bit cold. And we love to have bonfires over here. So we often, of an evening when the weather cools off, when we're allowed to light fires, because we don't have a fire risk, we're outside. So that's a lot of fun. So today or tonight, I'm going to cover a little bit about my connection with spirit and just sharing with you some of the messages and the way that spirit communicates with me. And the reason I wanted to do this, and the reason that I was drawn by spirit to do this, is to just allow you to see the different ways that they do connect and relate to them, because they'll be connecting with you very similar. It all varies slightly, but it's really good to be able to share experiences, and it helps you understand then when they're trying to connect with you. One of the biggest things I've had over the last few weeks is making time to disconnect from influences and things that tend to stop us being in the present moment. I shared something on my Facebook page today about how we are so switched on to phones and social media, and we're so dependent on it, and I know I am, and quite often we are constantly turned on, and it's really important to be aware of that. And for me, it's been something I've been getting these little messages, and again, this is spirit giving me signs to say, ease off a bit, and not always to be available. We're so geared up that we have to respond to people straight away. I mean, even now with our messages on the phone and things, it shows up if somebody's seen your message. So everyone's like, well, they've seen it and they haven't replied. And it's like we all have a life. We all have things that we want to do, and we don't want to be dictated to by technology. So something that's really important, and when you're connecting with spirit and getting clear messages, you need to be able to be present. And it's something that just the environment now, I think we're geared not to be present as much as we once were. So it's good to be aware of it. So when spirit comes through to me, it can be a message in any way, shape or form. Sometimes it's a sign. This week I wasn't listening. They were giving me signs, and, I was like, yeah, I'll do that, get around to it, as we all do. And then I opened the fridge door up, and out popped the big jar of mayonnaise, and it just popped me square on the head. So nearly knocked me out, actually. And I was like, okay, I get it. So the message was to really pay attention, because I hadn't been. And that's as simple as it gets. They'll give you signs. It'll be if you're diverted in your car. I had a friend come to visit yesterday, and she's been to our property once before, but somehow got led up the garden path, so to speak, and got lost, but thoroughly enjoyed getting lost. And it was actually relevant to where she's at in her life at the moment. So it's kind of like spirit was saying, trust us. We're going to take you on a bit of a journey. You're going to enjoy it. You'll still get to where you need to go, but we just want to divert you and just make you aware of that things are changing. And for her, it's like new pathways. And so she really related to that. And we actually sat down and had a great conversation about it, and how we are guided. And if we just look at things as a coincidence, or we think, we don't think twice about something that's happened to us, that's when we're not taking notice. So that's when spirit will try and give you signs in other ways. A lot of the time, signs can come as a message from somebody else. So you might be having a conversation with somebody, and often I'll find spirit will step in. So I might get goosebumps, or I might just get that feeling of energy around when somebody is saying something to me. I sometimes get this with a reading. So sometimes if I'm getting through information for somebody during a reading, I get a slight ringing in my ear, and that's a sign that it's like they're tuning me into what I'm saying is what I need to know as well as that person that I'm sharing the message with. So, it can be really fine-tuned. It's a very faint ringing in my ear. And if I dismissed it as, I've got something, tinnitus or something in my ear, then I wouldn't take notice. So that's how fine-tuned spirit will be to give you the messages. So it's really important to be aware of what is going on, be present, look around at things, get feelings, tune into that inner guidance that we all have. We were born with a sixth sense to be used. And I say to people, if contacting even for readings and things is fantastic for guidance and giving you inspiration in a lot of cases. And that's what I like to do with my readings, is inspiration is big. But I'm not here to solve your problems, because that's part of your life journey. And so I can guide you, but ultimately you need to take responsibility for where you're at and learn the lessons. So I'm often shown that with spirit. We are here to learn lessons. If you're constantly in the same situation, look at what are you repeating, what patterns. Is there a limiting self-belief that you are hanging on to, that creates things to happen. So if you constantly, I get a lot with relationships, that people aren't connected and they're just not trusting. So you need to trust. Wow, I have Karen from Melbourne. This is my first Australian caller. Karen, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, and you?
Really good. I'm so excited.
Yes, so am I. Thank you for your time.
Oh, my absolute pleasure, Karen. So I've got a bit of info here already. Would you like me to start with that, or is there something you wanted specifically to ask me?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Straight away, I put everyone under caller 1 and 2, so I can now link your name to that. So, Karen, time to step into your power by saying what you want and getting your needs met. So it's like this year there's been a shift for you, and I feel like you can relate to this, and now you're actually saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And this is not only in work, this is in relationships as well. Yep, so you can relate to that. And there was also a career aspect, which I've had masses of career. There's a lot of people really changing up careers this year, because it's like I feel like I'm on autopilot going career, but career came in for you as well. And it's like you've stepped into your power finally with your career. So can I, the way that they were showing me that is that you finally sort of on the path to doing what it is that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm getting there, yep.
Yeah, and because they're also showing me dare to be different. So this is about you being different. So that there's a lot of, now with working for ourselves or stepping into our power, there's a lot of others, that are in similar industries, and with social media and things, we're always like, there's so many that people can choose from that you can get a bit lost with the noise of what's going on with your industry. So it's like that spirit was coming through going, be different.
Yep.
So this is like make a noise, and don't be scared to bring out that authentic you, because it's like the lead up to this is you honouring yourself and saying, what you need to say, and within that you're actually getting your message across, and it comes from your heart, because it's like you're finally going, I've done the hard work here, and what works for me is stepping into my power and being me and saying, this is what I'm doing. I'm owning it. I'm not hiding. I'm not stepping back behind anyone now. I'm actually going to stand up and own my gift. So I want to say, because they're showing me there's a couple of gifts there, but there's one that you're specifically stepping into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's very exciting. So it's almost like you've worked throughout your life to get to this point. So I want to say, especially career-wise, you've done a few different things, and it's like the pieces of the puzzle are put together.
Okay, so what sort of thing would I be doing?
Well, I feel like this is working for yourself. You're stepping into. Yep. So whether you are now, can I ask, with the career sector, you've stepped out of something that was no longer serving you. So it's like they're showing me there's been a shift for you, And you might not be totally working for yourself right at this moment, but that's your next step.
Oh, okay, yep.
Okay, so it's like that's a step for you. There's also a male coming through. Can I ask if your father's in spirit? Because there's a male stepping in.
No, my father's still with us.
Okay, all right. His father? There's a connection
he's
to the
not
father.
with us, no.
Okay. There's a male stepping in, and there's reference to being clever with career. So I felt like he did quite well for himself.
Oh, okay, yep.
And that's why he's stepping in for you. Just wanting you to know he's there for you.
Oh, it's a male figure, is it? Okay, yep.
Yes, yeah, it is. And, okay, so we've got, because you've got a few in spirit, so I'm just trying to get a bit clear here so that I can bring through who needs to come through. Because you've also got a lady coming through, but I felt like she passed before her time. So she passed around the age of 50.
Yep.
Just trying to get clear where she fits. So she passed through illness, she's showing me. I feel like there's something in relation to heart or breathing. Actually, I always want to say lungs for her. So I'm just having a little bit of struggle breathing. And, okay, so she's a very authentic person because she's saying to me, come on, it's also about she lived life as she on purpose, and now it's time for you to live life on purpose.
Yep.
Yep. And it's almost like it's in alignment with you stepping into saying what you need to say.
Okay, I can't relate to the lady that's 50. I can't relate to her.
Okay, well
But I can relate to the breathing and that. My mum's got breathing problems and all at the moment, so...
Okay, but is there something in the family? So there's not her sister in spirit? Because it's like this lady's definitely in spirit, so she's not...
None of her sisters. They're all still with us.
Still here? Okay. Because I feel like there is a link to your mother there. So your mother's got breathing issues at the moment, you're saying as well, yeah?
Yeah, she's got she's not well at the moment, yeah.
Has she defied the odds with her health, though? There's something like over the last... Has your mother, there's been a bit of a... She almost like she hadn't been well, but she's kind of defied she's sort of bounced back over the last 18 months.
That's it. Yeah, she's a strong person.
Yeah, and she's like you. There's a lot of strength. And let me see with that. So
and I've got my dad also. He's not very well at the moment.
Sorry?
My dad's not very well at the moment.
Okay, so both your mum and your dad aren't very well at the moment.
No, and I've got my brother. He's not well. He's got cancer.
Dearie me. So you're having a real run.
Yeah, and I'm not very well at the moment either. So yeah.
Okay, but with you, it's about identifying things to help with your health. Does that make sense? It's like there's things that you're putting in place that's going to help you.
I'm getting there. I'm getting help.
Yeah, because it's like I'm showing you're progressing. Like it's a positive outlook for you with that. So it's like, again,
yeah, that's true.
And that's where I feel like you need to be saying what you need to say. Let out. This is releasing. No more hanging on to things.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, and that's going to help with your health as well, because it's like letting go. It's time to let go of what you've been holding on to, because I feel like there's a heaviness, but it's like you've already pushed through a lot of it. So it's just that final part to just move forward with.
You're right there. Yep, I can see that.
Yeah. So know that you're guided, because they're stepping in around you, and this is about your time for honouring you. So even though you've got all these family members that aren't well, you need to make time for you, because it's like they're putting their hand up going, you're the strongest one here and you're not well yourself. But it is important that you honour yourself and give yourself time for healing and not be running after everybody else, okay?
Yeah, my dad's very difficult at the moment. He's losing his mind. So.
Yeah, that makes it hard. But please take time for you, because this is about you healing and honouring yourself as well. And you're very strong, but you also need to allow yourself time to heal. So sometimes you have to say, I can't be everything to everybody.
Yep, step back, yeah.
Yeah, and get in touch with that spiritual side, because it's like you've got it, you're very gifted there, but you're not fully, and obviously with so much going on, it's really hard. But, please take time for that, because a bit of meditation and just, really connecting, you have a really good connection to spirit. So they're telling me that.
Can you pick anything up with my husband?
Okay, so you've been stepping up with him, telling him what you need to say, because that was really strongly coming through.
Yep. He's very
so is there there's a division with you at the moment?
He's like he's hiding something.
Oh, okay, yep. So
financially.
That's right. So this is about, again, you stepping up and asking him, not hanging on to stuff. This is about confronting him and saying, this is what I know and feel, what's going on here. I feel like it's a case of you just opening the door and you're going to be shown what you need to be shown. And again, this is about asking Spirit to say, show me clearly what's going on.
Okay, yep.
Yep. There's something in your part with your partner, like there's been things in the past that's brought you to this point, yeah? It's like they're showing me there has been, there's been things. So don't overlook what you're shown, because it's like you're given the signs and you're not given them for no reason.
Oh, okay, no worries, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if we're drifting apart or not. I don't know. It's hard, like soulmates.
Yeah, but you need to have that conversation with him. So it's about not just existing and not just surface. You've got to get deeper and have that conversation and say, okay, where are we at? Because you owning it will make a massive difference. And even though I feel like he's probably not as keen to come forward, when you get him in that right moment, he will be, and you'll be able to have that conversation and say, right, what's happening with us? Because there's an element of you need a bit of fun for you. And so there's definite fun times to step up. And if he doesn't want to step up with you, then you'll be like, there you are, I'm having fun. Life's too short, so it's like you're shown that.
Yeah, that's what my mum keeps telling me.
Yeah, we'll own that.
It's not healthy having a relationship like that.
You're not here to exist. You're here to live your life on purpose, and that's where your health issue. The body always tells us when we're not in alignment. So that, just the fact of your health is showing that you're not honouring you. But this year for you, it's like you can manifest things to happen that serve the purpose for you. So please honour that and know that you are well guided. All right, Karen, I have to go. I've got Peggy on the line. I'm sorry to have to cut you off. Please feel free to message me via my Facebook.
See ya.
Hello. Thanks, Karen. Peggy. Let me see. We've got Peggy on the line.
Hi, Tonia. How are you?
Good, Peggy. How are you?
I'm doing the best I can. Love your hat, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, so you've been having a few struggles of late, yeah, just by the sound of your voice.
I've been having a rough time because my mother passed at the end of January.
Okay. So that's interesting. All right. So this is about you moving forward from, well, when I say moving forward, it's not as simple as that. So this is about the adjustment from her passing, because you two were very close. Can I ask, did you two live in the same house, or you were very close?
I lived with my mother until she passed. I have 3 months to live in her home, and I need to find a place to live.
Okay, so you're not staying where you are, and that's where you've been with your mother, yeah?
Right.
Yeah. It's like, okay. It was like, so, okay, I'm just going to get clear with this. So it was like, prior to her passing, you were aware of the movement that you weren't going to stay there. Is that correct? Because it's like, it's not just something that suddenly come along.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, okay. I'm just tuning into what I'm getting shown, because it hasn't been that long since her passing. Sometimes it can be just getting that clarity and bringing her forward to give me some information can be a little bit slower. Okay, so you've you've started the process of looking around for something, yes?
Yes, I have my eye on a little white house, whether it will come up for sale, whether I can buy it.
You've had visions of this house, so you kind of already know in your head, and it's like she's showing me you've spoken of this, or you've had a dream or something of this house before.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's just, okay, this is like she's showing that. Your mum's got a wonderful sense of humour, can I say. She's very soft, but there's a sense of fun to her that's just her energy's coming through very, how can I put it, like a very lovely, a very sensitive soul, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's showing me, and that's, so she's quite spiritual, and you have that as well, because she's showing me you get guided a lot, and you actually listen, so you really take on board what's coming through, and that's where your guidance and that's where your connection to her will just gain momentum. Now, I just want to also say she's showing me that she has stepped in with you since passing, and all right, let me see, of a night time. So is it just before you go to sleep you can sense her around? Because I feel like she's showing me in your bedroom.
Sometimes I can. Sometimes.
Yeah. So she's just, when they come through like that, it's just to reiterate what you already have, that sense and that feeling, and just that acknowledgement that she is around. What have you changed around in the house? Because it's like there's a little bit of fun, something that she's laughing at, that's something that's been moved, or you've had to move something, or she's just showing me something within the house. It's me by myself
packing up the house.
Yeah, so was she the hoarder then, and you're like now going, yes, I can get rid of this, or I can move that or something? Did she like to have a lot of things around?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, because it's like she's just showing me she's acknowledging that she's laughing. She's there with you with doing that, so she's having fun with that. I also want to say, because of her little sense of humour, I feel like things disappear on you, and it's like that's her little message to, like, she picks things up and puts them somewhere different, or you might look and go, I didn't put that there. You know, I just feel like that's her little quirky sense of humour, is to have you thinking, oh, well, where did that disappear to? And then all of a sudden it reappears. So if you're not seeing it fully yet, you will. So just be aware that when you go, oh, I didn't put the keys there, and it's like, where did they go? You know, it's like she has a little bit of fun moving things around, again, just to show you that she's around.
Yes.
And you're downsizing too, that's correct. So it's like she's showing me the house will be a little bit smaller where you're moving to, so you will be, you know, and I feel like I want to say you're going to change your furniture around, or you're going to what you have liked, you're now a little bit, I'm going to move, like change your taste in what you have around you.
Right. The house is not up for sale yet, but I'm praying like crazy they'll give me first offer.
Yeah. They look, I feel like you've shown that for a reason. I feel like, so you've already approached them and they know that you're there ready to step in, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay, what's the hesitation? There's a little bit, okay, they haven't quite found where they're going yet. Would that be correct? Because it's like your mum's showing me there'll be something that's going to come up that they will go, oh, I want to purchase that, so you'll be point of call. So it's like you'll be, you'll be the first one that they contact because they know they've got an easy sale with you. And I have to say, this is not through an agent, so you've gone through them privately?
I have talked to the neighbors of this house. Their mother passed away same time mine did. They're not sure what they want to do with it, but the neighbors have told him, don't go to real estate, we have a buyer.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, because it's like your mum's showing me that, because that's going to save everyone all round, the fact that you don't have to go through an agent. So it's like you've planted the seed with them, and now it's just a case of, it's like they've acknowledged that, but they need to find their next step. So it's like, I feel like your mum's showing me they're starting to look. So I don't feel it's going to be that far down the track when they're going to come back to you. And is there water or trees and water not far from that place that you're looking at?
There's a park with a little river through it, not far.
Okay, yeah, because it's just, she's showing me it's really pretty, like very peaceful, and that resonates for you because it's like
favorite spot to go.
You feed off that. I was also shown prior to you calling that reading more books and making time to just be was important for you, and getting more sleep. So I don't know, are you having trouble sleeping?
Yes.
Because it's like she's showing me, it's like, need to get a little bit more sleep. So it's like go to bed a little bit earlier. Here's me telling you at 10:30 at night, but, you know. You know, that rest is what helps us, you know, get clear focus. So it's like just be mindful of. And I feel like I want to say have a rest through the day if you need to. Let yourself, you know, relax.
I try. There's just a lot of stress,
a short period of time. You're very driven, so you're very like to have things done. But it's like allow yourself to relax, do a little bit more reading, and, you know, just allowing yourself to chill out a little bit, because it's like your mind just goes blip, 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 blip all the time. It's like it's just showing me you've got a bit of meditation, a little bit of reading books. I want to say also getting back to things you love to do, because you've kind of dropped that with all that's happened, which is understandable.
It is, but with the time frame, Tonia, I have to be out of here by the end of April, and I need to know there's a house for me to buy, move. Yeah, absolutely. Can you also leave another letter in their letterbox, the people with the house? They don't have mailbox delivered anymore to the home.
Under the door, I feel like just a note saying, you know, I'm really, you know, this is my time frame. Can you let me know either way if that's something that might work for you? But I feel like your mum will make it happen. So just, I know it's not far, but trust. Just saying trust. It will work out. So please let me know, because I love to get the feedback when this happens. So we've got the end of April, so it's not many weeks, but it's doable. Woohoo!
Well, I'm praying.
It's exciting.
Hard.
Get excited, okay? So this is about manifesting. Get excited. That house is yours. Thank you, universe.